Hey there, Josh here. Let's talk cold outreach, namely cold emails and cold calls. From today's video, you'll walk away with detailed knowledge of both, which reigns supreme, and which could work better for your business. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get to it. To kick things off, let's dive into cold emails, those unsolicited yet strategically prepared emails we send out to potential clients. Let's break down the pros and cons, but for now, let's talk smart. Scalable. Cold emails are highly scalable, as underscored in a detailed article which you can find below. With the right tools, you can reach thousands of potential clients within a short time span. In today's fast-paced business world where time is of the essence, the ability to communicate your value proposition to a wide audience in a short span is invaluable. With the right tools and techniques, you can send out hundreds or even thousands of emails, extending your outreach far beyond what is possible with traditional calling methods. This scalability allows for a wider net to be cast, increasing your chances of catching valuable leads. When I say scalable in hundreds, it doesn't mean you spam people. It means that you can create an effective process where a strong list of 500 targeted prospects can receive a personalized offer from one sales rep in one day. Measurable. One of the primary advantages of cold emails is that they are measurable. Email marketing tools provide detailed analytics, tracking open rates, click-through rates, and response rates, among other things. This information allows you to evaluate the effectiveness of your emails and adjust your strategies as needed. By understanding what works and what doesn't in real-time A/B testing messaging and subject lines, you can continuously refine your approach, ensuring that your outreach efforts are always optimized and result-oriented. In essence, every email sent is a step towards a more effective communication strategy informed by solid, measurable data. Adaptive. Cold emails are adaptive, offering flexibility in messaging, timing, and audience. If a particular approach isn't resonating with your audience, you can quickly change your messaging or design. You can use plain text or HTML, add memes, videos, creative signatures, jokes, or links to your case studies or testimonials. Furthermore, based on the responses and feedback you get, you can segment your audience and personalize your communication for each group, creating sequences of 3 to 4 messages for Group A and up to 10 messages, spending 3 to 4 months' time for Group B. This adaptability ensures your outreach remains relevant and targeted, increasing your potential for success. Reliable. Cold emails are a reliable way to reach your prospective clients. Unlike cold calls, which depend on the recipient being available and willing to speak, cold emails can be associated by the recipient at their convenience, like if a client is out of the office today, they can get back to you in 1 or 2 weeks. This increases the likelihood of your messages being received and considered. Moreover, with a well-maintained email list, deliverability tools, and a reputable email service provider that I've mentioned in multiple previous videos, you can be confident that your emails will land in the prospects' inboxes, not in their spam folders. Targeted. Lastly, cold emails can be highly targeted. By researching your prospects and understanding their needs and interests, you can tailor your emails to speak directly to those needs. A targeted approach increases the relevance of your communication, which in turn increases the likelihood of engagement and response. You can provide your prospect with enough data and supporting links to put him on the buying journey without even ever talking with him on the phone. This approach works very effectively if you're in the industry making less than $10,000 a CV and having full-time callers is just way too expensive for you. However, cold emails do have their own downsides. The main one, visibility. Eradicati's email statistics report suggests that over half of emails sent are classified as spam, leading to your meticulously crafted email potentially landing in the spam folder, unseen and unread. Unfortunately, deliverability is something that is way too often overlooked, which results in said issue. This number is growing according to statistics, and in 2023, out of 450 billion emails that are sent daily, almost 240 billion will likely be marked as spam. Another challenge is building a personal connection. It's tough to convey warmth, enthusiasm, or sincerity, which are all key elements of successful sales, through written text alone. You're also missing out on immediate feedback, which can be crucial for addressing concerns and objections. If you want to learn how to write better, personalized, structured, and just overall better cold emails, be sure to check out our video where we break it down in depth.
Hey guys, While you're here, I just need 10 seconds of your time. Do you target large enterprises, small businesses, or both? Scan the QR code or follow the link in the description to download our free comparison chart on selling to each and how they are different. Now, back to the video.
Now, cold calls. These are unsolicited phone calls made to potential clients, but to be honest, the human touch is where cold calls truly shine. As per Gong.io's research, successful cold calls can establish rapport, address doubts, and create a personal connection within a span of around 6 minutes. Let us know in the comments if you prefer emails or calls, but let's talk voice. Versatile. Cold calling is incredibly versatile. With a phone and a contact list, you can reach out to prospects anywhere, anytime. It also allows for quick pivots. If you notice that your pitch isn't landing as expected, you can adjust your approach on the spot. This versatility gives you the agility to respond to changing situations and continually improve your outreach strategies. I understand versatility is what you want to have, but the problem that I have with this is that hiring and then training a caller can take up to 6 months. And then don't even get me started on finding the correct phone number to make the call. Opportunistic. Cold calling is opportunistic in nature. It's a proactive approach that allows you to initiate contact with potential clients rather than waiting for them to find you. This strategy can help you uncover opportunities that may have not been visible otherwise. It's like knocking on doors. You never know which one might open a prospect that is very promising. Our clients had cases where one phone call got them to a multi-million-dollar deal. But the chances you get to a white whale type sales call with a phone call is 1 in 500. Immediate. The immediacy of cold calls is one of its major strengths. Unlike other forms of outreach, you can get real-time feedback during a cold call. You're able to gauge the prospect's interest level, address objections instantly, and pivot your conversation based on their responses. This way you can also see if your sales rep is really any good. With cold emails, your rep can blame poor sending reputation, outdated email lists, or even a non-responding website, which we've all been there. But not being able to build an engaging conversation clearly means a mishire. Convincing. Cold calls, when done right, can be highly convincing. The human touch can go a long way in establishing rapport and trust. You're able to convey enthusiasm and sincerity, which can make your proposition more compelling. Plus, with your voice, you can convey the nuances of your message and make a deeper connection than written communication can often achieve. I do have to add here though that when I did cold calling at the start, 90% of all of the calls that I made, I got no as the answer. And believe me, getting no 12 months straight is tough. That's why a lot of reps are actually changing jobs every year due to burnout from no's. Be ready to have a backup and keep your eyes on new reps. Engaging. Cold calls are engaging. They demand and often receive undivided attention, making them an excellent tool for presenting your value proposition. The interactive nature of a phone call encourages conversation, allowing you to engage with prospects on a deeper level. By asking questions and actively listening, you can understand the prospect's needs better and provide relevant solutions, making the interaction truly engaging and productive. Now, some major pitfalls of cold calling that you need to know about. They're time-consuming and require a higher level of skill and perseverance. According to a study from Baylor University, an average of 209 calls is needed to secure a single appointment. Whereas with email, according to a 2023 statistics from Belkins, after analyzing 10 million emails, it takes sending 306 emails to generate one B2B lead. Moreover, in our era of caller identification, persuading people to answer an unknown call can be a daunting challenge. Also, some people might find unsolicited calls intrusive, causing a potential dent in your brand's image. Pitting cold emails against cold calls is a bit like comparing an acoustic guitar to an electric. Both can make beautiful music, but in different settings. Cold emails enjoy a response rate range from about 10 to 15%, making them a strong contender if you're reaching out to a tech-savvy audience. In contrast, cold calls result in a meeting 3.5 to 4.5% of the time. So, which works better? It depends on honestly quite a lot of different things. Your capacity, skill set, tools, industry, target audience, your budget, and much more. Email marketing has been and is still the most effective outreach channel with over $16 return on each dollar spent. But there is a positive side of cold calling that can bring in great results. So you might be asking, what about using both? For you to get my point, let's dive into a few examples. If your audience is mid-sized companies with 500 people, then cold calling to a decision maker like a CEO or like the VP of marketing is challenging as they're always busy and most of them have gatekeepers. So messaging them on LinkedIn while sending a personalized email about their recent keynote speech will yield much better results. On the flip side, you have owners of small businesses, local, and they're open for new calls as this is the way that they do business, which makes more sense to call them as they don't check their email that regularly. Another example is outsourcing cold email or cold calling. When talking with clients on the phone, no one wants to talk to an SDR who just doesn't have an in-depth knowledge of your clients, your industry, doesn't speak the lingo, and even understand the nuances. When outsourcing cold calls, people think that experience and a good script is enough, which honestly isn't the case anymore in the time of solution selling, collaboration selling, and data-driven decision making. Getting the same effect with cold email, on the other hand, is easy to outsource and you always control the narrative, having hours to craft a good response. If you can combine both cold emails and cold calls, you're in a uniquely advantageous position. Merging these two strategies can create a synergistic effect that leverages the strengths of both outreach methods. Utilizing both simultaneously can be good because it amplifies your chances of connecting with your potential clients. We've had multiple clients who outsource SDR functions from Belkins to cold email for prospects on LinkedIn and combine their in-house callers covering the leads who already engaged by opening an email or responding to messages. The conversion from such collaboration got clients up to 5% conversion from lead to a qualified appointment, where with just cold email, it's 2% and cold calls is less than 0.5%. So to sum it up, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer to the cold emails versus cold calls debate. But as you probably understood from this video, my team and I are clear proponents of cold email, and while working with clients from 90 different industries, cold email having at least 5 times higher ROI is a clear winner. But we do know clients who also have in-house teams and do their own cold calling. It all depends on your audience's preferences, your business's nature, capacity, and your skills. Irrespective of the method, the key is to be genuine, engaging, and respectful in your outreach efforts. The last thing I've got to share on this topic: don't outsource cold calling. You'll overspend, get disappointed, and then it's going to take more convincing for you to try again. So if you decide to work with agencies like Belkins, start with a cold email and then build out your process to cold calling. So the real question, are you for cold calling or for cold email? Leave a comment on why you choose one or the other, as this topic is always being debated amongst our team, so we want to know what you think. Thanks for watching, and until next time.